180 Bravo Bravo, good afternoon to you. Report your altitude?
2,000 feet on 1014, Bravo Bravo.
Bravo Bravo.
Hello YouTube, hello flightsim.com. This is a flightsim.com sponsored video. Many thanks to them for supporting Xplane Dedicated. As always, my name is Wycliffe Barrett. Today we're looking at Seattle Airport's XP and also Seattle City. I think reviewers have a sliding scale of airports from poor to good, very good, great, fantastic, amazing, incredible. This package comes in the amazing, incredible area in terms of reviewing and a scale. We're looking at SeaTac or KSEA. There are 5 airports in this package, but not only do you get the 5 airports, you get the surrounding area. I think it works out at something like 83.9 square miles of orthophoto scenery and hand-placed objects and buildings. It's incredible in scale. The price of this, I think it's $43, so it is a little bit expensive, but you're getting 83.9 square miles of scenery, which I'm going to show you in some form. If I was to do my normal video, if I was to do the normal kind of review that I would normally do, this video would be an hour long, quite easy. It'd be an hour and a half, easily, if I was to do it in the way that I normally do, which is getting down dirty and low and having a look at some real detail of the airports. I've done the best I can, I think, with the amount of time I have. Look at that. You've got terminals that have interiors which look absolutely amazing. You can have a wander around. There's glass reflection everywhere. I do make sure that you get rid of the installed laminar Seattle, which comes as default. You need to get rid of that when you install this, and also you need to run this with runway contours on, which I think is well worth it. I mean, you look at the scenery mesh behind there, it just looks absolutely stunning. I haven't been all over this airport. There are places that I have not been. It is just so big, and there is so much that I want to get into this video that I'm just doing panning shots. But look at the vegetation. All the trees are placed in the right places. The houses, the suburbs, and when you look at these lights, these landing lights, they're absolutely brilliant. The gantry goes over the highway there, and you can see the lights as you're coming in on your final approach. Absolutely superb. The lighting at night is absolutely stunning. They've actually used a specialized lighting technique, still using HDR of course and PBR rendering, but the lighting is absolutely superb. It's light, it's vibrant, it brings the airport to life. It really does look superb. I'm going to go through some of the details, but first of all, of course, Seattle-Tacoma International Airport is the primary commercial airport serving the Seattle metropolitan area in the US. It's approximately 13 miles south of downtown Seattle, and we will look at downtown Seattle. The airport, the largest in the Pacific Northwest region of North America, is owned and operated by the Port of Seattle. So when you look at some of the stands and the gates, you'll see the sign there that says Port of Seattle. And talking of gates, it's complete auto gate system here. I loaded up in my 737 X from Zebo, and as I started the engines, the gate pulled back, and you could hear the siren going as it pulled back. Getting into the quad, let's have a quick fly around here, just try and have a look at a little bit more detail. So the markings on the ground, absolutely perfect straight lines, curved lines, and there's lots of ground vehicles moving around as well. It's really, really well done. You do see some ground crew hanging around, not that many for an airport of this size, but you do see a few people wandering around, or standing about having a talk with their work colleagues. There's the Port of Seattle signs on the jetways, really nice. It's so well done, and the reflection of the sun on the concrete there, the reflection in the glass as we go past the terminal building there, really quite special. What else can I tell you about Seattle-Tacoma International Airport? It's not commonly known as SeaTac, so you don't say it in full. You normally just say SeaTac as opposed to Seattle-Tacoma. There are a number of international airlines there. There's Delta Airlines in Alaska. There's all sorts of airlines here, of course, and Frontier, WestJet. And see this covered walkway here. This reminds me of Gatwick Airport in the United Kingdom, that elevated walkway, which was a new project. It serves 45 million passengers in 2016, and that is only set to increase as the year goes by. As the years go by. If you was only getting this airport alone, I would say, buy this package. Maybe not for $43 just for one airport, but for this airport alone, it's just superb. If you fly in this part of the world, if you fly in the Pacific Northwest, then really Seattle should be one of your departure points. We're just coming past the Alaska building here, and on the front of that building is the main logo for Alaska, which is really, really good. So, once again, this is Seattle Airport. Absolutely huge. An immense amount of detail has been put into this, but when you see some of the detail in some of the other airports, I think you'll agree that this package is absolutely brilliant. It's been completed by Drzewiecki Design, and of course with Drzewiecki Design you know that you're going to get a superb airfield or superb scenery. It's been incredibly optimized. It's so frame rate friendly, considering the amount of detail that is here. The frame rates has no impact on frame rates whatsoever. Certainly not for me, although not forgetting I am using an i7 with a 1080 GTX card and 32 gig of RAM. Okay, let's get on to Boeing Field, KBFI, Boeing Field. I'm just going to pull up my notes for this one. Boeing Field, officially King County International Airport. This is a public-owned airport and is 5 miles south of downtown Seattle. And look at these suburbs in the background there going over the hill there. It just shows you the immense care and detail that has gone into creating this in terms of scenery mesh, etc. It's named after the founder of Boeing, William E. Boeing. That's why it's called Boeing Field. And for a time, it was used as a World War II. During the World War II, it was taken over by the US government. Boeing Field was Seattle's main passenger airport from its construction in 1928 until SeaTac, and the Boeing company continues to use the field for testing and delivery of its airplanes. So a number of their airplanes leave Boeing Field. And they do a lot of testing here. But it's strange that it's in this kind of valley. You've got suburbs on each side, so it's almost like a city airport. It's almost right in the city there, but it's got a very nice long runway, plenty of room, and as I say, Boeing used this airport to test their aircraft. Now, just look at the surrounding area. All this is orthophoto scenery under here. And I had a look on Google Earth to look at the Seattle area. Seattle itself is a seaport city, so it's right on the coast there, and it's a very large city. I think it's something like 500,000 people, although it looks as though it could be a lot more than that. See the suburbs everywhere around. It's just, look, this is absolutely superb. As I say, it really goes up into that high echelon of sceneries. Drzewiecki, of course, have always come up with the goods when it comes to producing those sceneries. Just looking through some facts here. So there's 5 high-quality airports, including SeaTac, Paine Field, Boeing Field, Renton, and Auburn in the most up-to-date versions possible, including the new international arrivals facility and satellite terminals at SeaTac, and the new passenger terminal at KPAE. It's absolutely superb. Look at the night lighting there, this new night lighting system that they've used coming into full effect as we move over to the next airfield, which will blow you away. This is Paine Field, KPAE. Paine Field is where, of course, Boeing have their facility for building their aircraft, which is the largest building by volume, or single standing building by volume. It creates its own weather. If you ever watch a documentary on TV about this facility. It creates its own weather. It actually can have clouds on the inside. Now I'm going to show you something here that I don't think you will see in any other scenery at the moment. I haven't seen it in any other scenery, not to this level of detail and not with this kind of frame rate friendliness. Now just look at what I'm going to do here. Straight in through the doors. I'm flying the drone in, straight in through the doors. I think this is the Dreamliner assembly line by the looks of those wings. It certainly looks like it. They've got all the assembly lines in here, apart from the 737 MAX, which is built on another field, but they've got the 747, the 777, and the Dreamliner in this facility at the moment. There's I mean, look at that. You've got engines on the ground, you've got girders, the structure of the building up at the top there. This has been so superbly built. I'm just beginning to wonder, how long did it take Drzewiecki Design? There's the 747 construction line. I'm just wondering how long it took Drzewiecki Design to build this scenery. I mean, it's just phenomenal, isn't it? Let's get outside a moment, because it's a little bit tight in there, and have a go down the line here. As you well know, if you've watched any documentaries about Paine Field, the staff have electric bikes to move around, and often they can get lost. It can take them quite a long time to get used to the building itself and where they have to be inside it when they're working in the building. Let's get inside one more time. It's just amazing. I have never seen internal scenery like this anywhere in Xplane. I'm pretty sure, and I've been using Xplane since 2012. I don't think I've seen external scenery this good. I'm just going to keep quiet for a little while whilst we whip around here, and we'll have some music from David Cutter. That was David Cutter there, and you can get his music from davidcutter.com. Okay, this is Renton, KRNT. Renton Airport, another one of the airports in the municipal area of Seattle. This is a public use airport. It's primarily a GA airport, but also Boeing have a factory there just on the left. It was just gone on the left side of the picture, and that's where the 737 next generation aircraft, the MAX airliners, are built. So not only do Boeing have the Paine Field facility, they also use Renton as well. So once again, Renton's in a valley. It looks very nice in that valley there, and is well supported by the local community. Lots of people who work at Renton are from the local area, as you can imagine. Beautiful, beautiful valley. It's well realised. Renton Airport there, out where the 737 and the Max is built by Boeing. Very nice indeed, and just looking at the beautiful night light in there as we come to dawn, really nice. Once again, there's just so much about this package that I find it difficult to come up with any more superlatives. I think I've used all of my superlatives for this, which is, it's amazing, it's incredible, it's fantastic. Auburn Municipal then. This is 2 nautical miles north of downtown Auburn in King County, Washington. It is included in the Federal Aviation Administration FAA National Plan of Integrated Airport Systems. This is a very small airport. Well, I say it's a small airport, but this is GA. There are 318 aircraft based at Auburn, including 293 single-engine aircraft and 14 multi-engine aircraft. There's 11 helicopters, and the airport averages 450 operations a day. It's commonly called the Dick Scobie Field, after Dick Scobie, who was an astronaut who died in the Challenger disaster. So there you are, a little bit of information about Auburn Municipal, Dick Scobie Municipal Airport. Okay, let's have a look at the city of Seattle. Seattle, the city. Whew. It just keeps going on. This is a scenery that just keeps on giving and giving. This is absolutely stunning. So all of this that you can see is orthophoto scenery. All of this that you can see is hand-placed objects and buildings, vegetation. It's just, the city is on the horizon. You might just be able to make out, the downtown city area. I'm going to keep quiet because we're going to have some more music, and I'll be right back. We're almost coming to the end of this video now as we just fly through the city in the helicopter, the Sikorsky helicopter in Xplane 11. Just let me go through the scenery features one more time, just so we've got it all. 5 high-quality airports included, so you've got Seattle, Tacoma, Paine Field, Boeing Field, Renton, and Auburn, which is S50. You've got the new KSC passenger terminal at KPAE as well. Extensive performance-friendly internal modelling, including Boeing Everett factory. The whole assembly building is in there with the 747, 777, 787 assembly lines. Both delivery centres of Boeing at KBFI and KPAE, and all terminals at KSEA. There's auto gates, there's the VGDS system, many custom animations, there's advanced lighting, highly advanced performance-friendly design, which I have to say, in looking at the size of this scenery, it's incredible in its scope and size. It is so FPS friendly, it's unbelievable. I've seen some airports which have been highly detailed but have brought almost any computer to its knees. I've seen airports with not very much detail in doing the same thing. They are not FPS friendly. Whatever it is that Drzewiecki is doing, whatever their secret sauce is, it's working. And my advice to any scenery developers out there is to reach out to Drzewiecki and see if you can get his help on optimization, because whatever he's doing it really, really well. There are charts available when you get the package. There are all sorts of different stuff in there that you can get. The documentation is absolutely superb. He credits many people in the help of this. I'm not going to go through the list. You can have a look at that list if you get this package. Don't forget, it's available from xplane.org. Once again, many thanks to flightsim.com for supporting and sponsoring this video. As always, my name is Wycliffe Barrett. This is Xplane Dedicated. Don't forget, you can see over 300 videos on my Xplane Dedicated channel on YouTube. So that's www.youtube.com/WycliffeB. I'll put it up here on screen. And also, there's the Xplane Dedicated Facebook group with over 3,000 members. And if you want an answer to a question, you will get that almost immediately. We may not be as big as some Facebook groups, but we're small enough to care, which means that if you ask a question, you'll get an answer almost immediately. Once again, hope you've enjoyed the video. It is a long one at 23 minutes. I could have made this an hour and a half. We'll see you all again soon as I fly over Paine Field here, where they play American football. I'll see you soon. Take care. Cheerio.